welcome back to Skirmish Miniature Gaming. It's Luke and Alan, and we're back for some Warcry today, and it's Monsters and Mercenaries, more specifically the Monsters part today, really. I mean, we are taking allies as well, so we're giving you a real treat. We have actually already played the games, we're not going to ruin it. We've got one game up on YouTube, the second game up on Patreon. All I'm going to say is the first game, definitely take a pinch of salt. First time we've used monsters, so really going in out of the blue. It is, yeah. So enjoy this. But we really do come in out of the blue, really not knowing what they're capable of, and kind of, yeah, you'll see what I mean. They're pretty awesome now.
Shock and awe.
Yeah.
Shock and awe.
Shock and awe, yeah. But then obviously the second game, you can sign up on the information icon in the top right hand corner of the video, or in the link in the description below, and then you'll get access to all of the Warcry vids every week. Obviously at the moment we'll be doing, you've got another Monsters and Allies game today, and the second game, which we've already also played, is really good. Second game's awesome. And I'm not just saying that so that you'd sign up to it. It is actually a really good game, because we've had a chance to get used to the abilities and get used to the monsters and things, and it is so good, the second game, to be fair. So like I say, do sign up to that. Even if you just want to sign up for the month and just watch that video, go for it. I'm not going to be hurt by that.
Well, there's the tip jar.
Yeah, that's true as well.
You can bung us a couple of quid and watch just that one video.
If you want to, so if there's also in the description there is the PayPal cookie jar. You can donate. I think it's £1 or more. You can donate as much as you want. And then if you want to message me with that payment and say, can I have access to a single video or whatever, I'm happy to do that for you as well. So as Alan said, go for that as well if you want to. The other thing is,
it's worth checking out, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So then come to, also, we've got October coming. And we're going to have your, probably Bone Splitters, I think, going through a campaign run. We'll have monsters included, so all the Monsters and Mercenaries missions that you can do for campaigns now, like side quests, they'll be included, and we'll do a full month run campaign probably, and we'll have YouTube video and a Patreon video each week, so also you can get ready for that and sign up as well, ready for the campaign run for October. But otherwise, we're going to get into this one. I'll be taking Gloomspite Gitz, you're taking Untamed Beasts. I'm going to be using an Arachnarok Spider, and you've got a Gorgon, and also I think allies, I'm taking a Boggle-Eye, Gobbapalooza, and you've got a great Shaman. So we've got some really cool allies, really cool monsters today to show off to you. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you there. Right then, so my selection for today, or my warband, as you can see, as we said in the intro, we've got an ally, and then I've got a massive monster, if you couldn't already tell. So taking the Gloomspite Gitz. For my leader today, it's going to be Moon Clan boss. Then I've got a Squig Herder, 3 big Squigs, 3 archers, and then I've got an ally who's actually proxied. It's technically Zarbag from Underworlds, but he looks very similar to the Boggle-Eye that you can take, which is one of the Gobbapalooza's options. He's pretty much the one where his eyes are so boggly that he can mesmerize his opponent with an ability and essentially net them so they can't move or disengage for that round. Then the Piece de Resistance, the massive Arachnarok Spider for my monster, which is what this mission today is going to be based around, which we'll explain in a moment. But that is the massive warband for the Gloomspite Gitz. And just before we move on to check out the Untamed Beasts, my battle group, so I've got 3 in the dagger, which is going to be the big spider, my Boggle-Eye, and my leader, the Moon Clan boss. Then 4, which is the most in the shield, is going to be the Prodder and the 3 Squigs, or Squig Herder and the 3 Squigs. And then in the last of all, the shield, the hammer, is going to be 3 archers for me. Just a bit of range, because hammers usually come in quite late. Right then, and then the gorgeous looking Untamed Beasts, and well done. Props to you all. That Gorgon came out really nicely as well.
Thanks, mate.
Just a big shout out, by the way, for the Arachnarok Spider as well. That's from Adam, from Zeri's painting as well over on the other side of the table. Got to give him props for that as well. But otherwise, you want to take us through it all?
Yeah.
So you're 1250 points, because obviously you're 1250 on either side.
Yeah, I think I came out at 1245.
Yeah, I think mine was exactly 1250 actually.
Yeah. So we got some of the same Untamed Beast band back again, but they've come across a wandering grey shaman who they've allied with. And the shaman has managed to coax this Gorgon into serving the warband.
I like it.
So they're kind of a team, and it's unsure where the balance of power lies, because they know that he's got this dirty great beast under his control. So is he working for them, or are they working for him? That's the question. But yeah, so we got the Gorgon.
Yeah, massive got the Gorgon. Just get a bit of a close up for you. Very nice stuff. All the Untamed Beast tattoos as well, looks awesome. Great British Shaman's your ally.
Yep. And then we've got the Heart Eater leader. We've got
that's in there in the middle.
Yeah. We've got the Rock Test Prowler and the Beast Speaker. And
then on the left hand side is
a Plains Runner and a Prey Taker with Sawtooth Blade. Nice. And I'm gonna make that, I think, the dagger, shield, and hammer, I think.
Okay, cool. Nicely done. So very similar to my layout, I suppose. We'll get into what we're going to basically do for objectives today, because obviously the monsters are thrown in and they're not really suggested for match play. You can do open play with them, but we'll kind of make up a bit of our own scenario today, but we'll still throw in a twist, etc. I think is going to be the plan. Right, so table layout today, I've pre-laid it out just for a bit of a again, like mine's more type setup but for the grots. So we're underground having a fight here at the moment, and like I say, the grots are a bit startled, and they've taunted and prodded at this massive Ragnarok spider to go flying at these Untamed Beasts that have come down to attack their mines. And so what we're going to do today, it's just going to be an all-out kill scenario, because we're testing out allies and monsters here, so it's going to be a bit complicated to add in objectives and everything as well. So we want to get used to the new monsters and just throw them at each other essentially and just see what happens, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy watching that as well. So what it's going to be is we're just going to add up the points value of whatever gets killed on the opposition side. Whoever's killed the most points at the end of the battle is just going to win, and we're going to do 4 battle rounds, and we'll just leave it at that. Obviously if we completely wipe out the opponent, you just automatically win, but I don't see that necessarily happening. But what we'll do, I think we'll do a priority roll, and then we'll get into drawing probably just a twist card here, because there's not much else to be drawn really. So single dice for priority roll, see who's going to get initial initiative, which is Alan. Draw me a deployment card, Al, top one. Flipperoo. It's going to be outflank for today's.
Oh, everybody's on turn.
Yeah, oh wow. And we're just killing with everything this game. That couldn't have been a worse card to draw this game. And then draws a twist. We do actually draw cards all together, and then we sort them out in order. So Battle of Wits, each player receives 1 additional wild dice at the start of this battle. Oh, cool. Okay. So that's just at the very start. There's one we've played before where we get 1 each round, I think. We have 7 instead of 6 each round, but that one's just 1 additional one at the start of the battle, which you could technically still bank as well. So we'll see how that goes. But what we'll do is get ready for deployment, folks, and I'll let Alan choose whether he wants to be blue or red, but it is very symmetrical, so we'll see what we do here. So Alan's taken the red deployment, so he's going to be going in from here, here, and the middle here, and I'm the blue, which is like a diagonal deployment, so my archers, squig herder, and my monster in that corner. So the monsters are literally like right next to each other, and monsters get to deploy 6 inches from their deployment position on the deployment card, whereas everything else is still the 3. So we're going to go with deployment now, and then in sequence, and then we'll come back to you with where everything's dropped. Alright, so madness has ensued already, just purely from deployment, because basically the monsters can deploy within 6 of the spot rather than 3. My Ragnarok spider is bang on 6, so I've managed to, with his base is actually 6 inches, so I can squeeze like Boggle Eye in behind there, and then he's had to deploy more than 3 inches because he can't possibly deploy closer, so he's deployed a bit further away. everything more or less there is going to be more or less straight away in combat. Like the two monsters are already in combat. Like it's just madness. And these two are just in behind. So, oh dear. And then obviously you can see everything else has dropped in. My squigs have dropped in the middle there with the squig herder. We've got the, what's his name again actually, the Roctus Prowler. With his over there, with his companion over there, and then we've got a couple over here, and my archers over here as well. So we've got the Prey Taker there, and the Plains Runner, and my archers. And we're ready to go. The monsters are already clashing, Clash of the Titans esque, and then we're going to go here into initiative roll off, and we both get an additional wild dice at the very start. So my Moon Clan Grots, or Gloomspite Gitz, are getting 111. Ooh. And 3 singles. There we go. Go for it out. And you've got a double 2, double 1, and 2 singles. So I've got more singles currently, so I have to choose my wild dice first, and we've both got 2 to choose from. So ability dice. I've used both of my wild dice. Then Alan had to do his. I basically made another single and made a quad 1. Making sure that Alan was scared to basically try and take the initiative, essentially. Al's then going to make, a triple, not the double 5. So he's going to make a triple 2, and he's got 2 singles. So I've obviously got more singles, so I'll be getting initiative here, and it's going to be the massive spider. So the way monsters work in Monsters and Mercenaries is you get 3 activations with them over the whole battle round. So you can activate them 3 times, but each time they activate, they only get 1 action instead of 2. And you can use an ability either side of that single action each time you activate them. So it's Monster Clash of the Titan time already. I'm activating the Arachnotic Spider for an action, but before he does that action, I'm going to use my quad 1 straight away here, and I'm going to use the Arachnotic Spider specific ability Dragged Victim for a quad. Pick an enemy fighter within an inch of this fighter, remove that fighter from the battlefield and set them up within an inch of the Arachnotic Spider. Then this fighter can make a bonus attack action. So I'm obviously going to pick the massive Gargantuan, the big Gorgon. I'm going to drag him across the floor with my massive fangs, and then we'll replace him. So there we go, I've dragged him across the floor with my massive fangs. He's stood back up, but I've turned his base basically in that direction, like pivoted him, so he's still within an inch. But it means that my squigs and everything will be able to get a bit closer to him in the next activations. But then I get a normal, I get an attack action now with that quad. I believe it's 6 dice with the Arachnotic Spider. So 6 dice, strength 5, and toughness 4 for the big Gorgon. So 3s. Ooh. Oh dear, okay. That's 2 crits, that's 8 damage for the 2 crits, as in each. And then normal damage is 4 or 5, I think, so we'll work this out. So 26 damage, from the first one. The actual attack action for his activation. Oh, that's brutal. Alright, okay, I don't really know how to explain this really. The Arachnotic Spider just dealt over 2 attack actions, 54 damage. He's not hurt yet, because obviously monsters, when you start to hurt them, it's the same as in Age of Sigmar, so their damage capability goes down, and so does their movement. But the Arachnotic Spider's at full capability. I mean, Gorgon was dropped within an inch of him, and then I used the quad, so I mean, like, you know, I got a free attack action, and then another attack action. It was better than I thought it was going to be, but wow, are they strong at full capability. Like, the Gorgon has died, like, he's just been eaten up. I've raveled him in my web, and he is technically gone, which is a shame, because we didn't get to see the Gorgon do anything. But wow, that was strong. I did not see that coming. So the Arachnotic Spider is done. He's got 2 more activations technically this round, but he's not within contact of anything to attack them yet. But yeah, it's on to Alan's activation. That is the Arachnotic Spider done, and wow, the Gorgon just got absolutely terminated. Roctus Prowler is going to make a move from around the back there to end within an inch, and then you can use your triple 2, yeah? Does that cause 2 damage? So then using the triple 2 damage. 2 damage straight away to the Arachnotic, and then obviously you've got another action, because that was just a move, and then use the ability to cause 2 damage, then you've got an attack action, yeah? And a strength 4, I'm guessing. So you're going to be 4s against the Arachnotic. Oh, nice, not bad. So you've got 3 singles, no crits though. So what's your normal damage?
2.
So that's 6 plus the 2 from the ability. That's 8 damage to the Arachnotic so far. So 8 damage to the Arachnotic. I think the Arachnotic's just I think he's going to wait until more things come at him, to be honest. But so we'll activate my leader, I think, just here. The Loon boss, or Moon Clan boss. Moon Clan boss is going to make one move to there. And then I'm going to stay outside of an inch from him, the leader. But I'm within an inch of the Great Bray Shaman. So he's going to be 4 attack, strength 4 against toughness 4. I'm guessing for the Great Bray Shaman. So 4s. Getting 2 hits, with 4 damage on the Great Bray Shaman. So Great Bray is going to go, the ally. He's going to attack into my leader, into the Moon Clan boss. 3 attacks, yeah? Strength?
Yeah, 4.
Toughness 4 for me, because I've got a shield. So 4s. Ooh, 1 hit. Oh, what's his weak damage?
1.
1. So 1 damage. Another attack?
Yeah.
Ooh, reroll that one, but then you got 2 crits. What's his crit damage? Probably much better.
4.
Ooh, so that's 9 damage overall on the Moon Clan boss. Alright, I think we're going to activate the Arachnarok Spider again. He's going to do a second action for the round, and he's going to attack into your Rock Tusk. 6 attacks, strength 5, so 3s. Oh, 2 crits and a single. That's probably near enough going to be enough to take him down, I would have thought. And that is 21 damage from the Arachnarok, which takes down the Rock Tusk. I think we're getting the idea with these monsters out. They look pretty brutal. And the Rock Tusk does go down, and the Arachnarok continues to eat everything and just like web up everything in that corner. Moving the Prey Taker twice down this flank towards the archers. We'll activate Red Cap at the front. He's going to do 2 bow and arrow shots into your Prey Taker. So 2 shots, strength 3, so that's going to be 5s. Get 1 hit for damage, and second one, and no hits on that one. That's him done. Moving over that way with the Plains Runner, so he's double moved around the corner there as well. I'm going to go with another bow and arrow. We'll go with the one at the back there. He's going to go into Prey Taker again, because the Plains Runner's within 3 inches, so I can't shoot at him. 2 shots again against Prey Taker on 5s. Get a crit for 3 damage, that's 4 so far on the Prey Taker, and another one with no damage on that one.
Beast Speaker.
Beast Speaker has made a move, and then is within 4 inches to use the whip. So 4 attacks, range 4, strength 4, only the 1 hit, which is going to be 2 damage, not 2 damage, 1 damage for the single hit there. I will use my last archer over here, and go into the Prey Taker, so first one, nothing, and then second attack lot. Oh dear. Okay, nothing from that. And that's him done, and then it's on to the last action for the Untamed Beast, which I think is the leader. So you're going to move into the boss, yeah. And then you're going to go for him. Probably take him out, to be fair. So making a move, and then you've got attack action with the leader, who is on the 4 attacks, I believe.
And I guess I'll use my double for onslaught.
Okay, and then your strength 4, so you're going to have 5 attacks with onslaughts, 4s, and you get a crit in there. It's probably enough to take you down. You get 9 damage. The first model down for the Grots, that is the boss down, my leader. He gets eradicated from the board by the leader. I do like that leader model for Untamed Beast, he's pretty tonk. So that's all the Untamed Beasts, so I'm just going to double move all these blooming squigs. So he's going to be just within an inch of the leader, then pulling up just behind here with everything else with double moves, and then I think the big boss, the prodders, just as much movement, so he can come up behind as well. And then I think that's everything. The Boggle Eye has to basically do nothing, because I know I've got one more move with the spider, so the spider will just push up the side of the table to there. And then it's going to be Boggle Eye. We'll see what you can do. And the Boggle Eye has 4 moves, so he'll move, double move, and get within an inch there of the whip. And that's pretty much going to be it. There is nothing much else to be doing this round. Obviously, pretty devastating for the Gorgon first turn. I'll be honest, like I knew as soon as it was dropped right in contact, I was like, one of us is going to die ridiculously quick. So I'm looking at the attacks thinking, I thought that the monsters would be toughness 5, but they are not. They are quite squishy, really, when another monster fights it. And that went to show there. Obviously, I had the quad as well, so that helped a lot. So sorry, Al. But, I mean, right into the jaws of the beast, unfortunately. But we'll go into round 2 and we'll see how this goes. We'll roll some new initiative dice here. Initiative for Gloomspite is going to be 6, 3, and 2 singles, so not bad. And I've got 1 wild dice to use, whereas Alan's got 2. So what are the Untamed Beasts getting? So what we roll, and you're getting 3 and 4 singles. So you definitely got initiative, because you've got 2 wild dice to spend here. Alright then, so initiative dice, I'll have to choose his first for wild dice. He banked 1 from the first round. 6, 3, and you've got 3 singles. I made a 6 with my 1 wild dice. I have a 3 and 2 singles. Al has more singles than me, so he will get to choose first activation for this round. Alright then, so I'll choose his first activation. He's going with the leader. He's going to go, I'm guessing, into the monster, getting some revenge. Chop off some legs. Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, crit. What's the crit doing?
5.
I'm down a notch already, so then another one. Oh, 2 crits, and what's strength? 4, so you need 4s. So that's 15 damage overall, not bad. 24 damage on the Ragnarok so far, so he's down 2 categories on his injured table. And then you're going to Inspiring Presence, yeah?
Yeah, I'm using the triple
3.
That will activate the
Great Bray.
Great Bray.
So Great Bray then goes with Inspiring Presence, spending your double for Onslaught.
Yeah.
Which means that you get 4 attacks for his range 2 attack. He's within 2, the Ragnarok. Now looking for revenge here, the Untamed Beasts. 2 lots of 4 here with Onslaught, and your strength 4, aren't you?
1 crit.
Which means 4s and 1 crit is what you get. So that's 4 damage so far. Another roll. Oh, that wasn't good. So only 1 from that one, so it's 5 more damage on the Ragnarok. And that's 29 damage overall now on the Arachnarok. He's slowly getting beaten. But now I am going to activate the Arachnarok and he's going to thwomp you back. Before he gets his action, he's going to use his ability Dragon Maul on your leader. So anybody within an inch, I can basically take them off the table and replace them with an inch. And then I use the value of the ability dice, which is 6. I roll 6 dice, and basically for each 4+, I allocate 3 damage. So that's really nice. So the Dragon Maul, he's dragged him across and over the top of the squigs, put him down there within an inch of that squig as well. Frees up those squigs to go in the other direction, and then obviously I roll 6 dice, and if I get however many 4+, I get 3 damage for each. Oh, that's exceptional. That is 6, 12, 15 damage just from the ability. These monsters are mad. That was his ability, so then he's just got his normal action, which means he'll attack the leader. He's got the same number of attacks, but it's less damage because I've been hurt. Probably still enough, but we'll see. So that was 12 damage, and the leader will go down, so he just eats him and adds him to his web of Untamed Beasts that he's currently got going on, and somehow this massive Gorgon. But then that's his first action of the game, so then it's on to your choice. The Beast Speaker's going to go using his range 1 attack and into my Boggle Eye.
3 dice.
So go for it. He's strength 4 with that attack.
Yes.
So Boggle Eye is toughness 4, so it's going to be 4s, crit and a normal damage.
So that's 5.
5 damage, go for it again. Oh nice, so same again, 5 again?
Yeah.
So that's 10 damage. I'm down to 2 health with the Boggle Eye, so he's nearly dead. Okay. I'm going to go with the archer at the back because he was 3 inches away, further away from the Plains Runner, so that means I can then shoot the Plains Runner 2 shots, and 5s isn't actually your toughness 3 with him, so that's 4s, which means 1 hit for 1 damage and nothing else. Activating the Plains Runner here.
Yep.
Push it in, and then you're going to attack this one. Why not, I guess?
Neither of them are wounded, are they?
No.
Is there a difference?
No, just both archers.
Okay.
Just either one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for that one then. So then 1 attack, low attacks because you had to move. 3 attacks, strength 3. I'm toughness 3, I think, because I'm only archers. Yeah, go for it. 4s are needed. So 1 damage, and that's going to be it for him, isn't it? Because he had to move.
Yep.
Right, we'll go with one of the squigs just for lol. So we'll move around the back there with Bone Cutter, and then Crusher, should I say. And then it's going to be one load of attacks. I think we're also going to spend my double here, double 3, on backstabbing mob, which means that I get +1 attack and +1 strength. So I'm now on strength 6. Not that that would have mattered, but the bonus attack's what will matter. So it's going to be 5 attacks.
Toughness 4.
So it's going to be 3s. Crit and 2 hits. And just with the 1 attack there, that's 8 damage from the squig. So Prey Taker might as well go. Moving him into here. Moving him in, and then you get your attacks for your second action. So he's got the sword, so he's got 4 attacks. Only strength 3 though. So that is going to be 4s needed. Okay, crit and hit. Getting 6 damage, I believe.
6 total, yeah.
So I've got the 2 archers and the squigs and the squig herder. So the squig here is going to move around and just attack into the Great Bray. I'll move around a bit more actually there. Getting just 4 attacks and strength 5, toughness 4, so 3s. 2 hits for 4 damage on the Great Bray. So that is the squig done. That was 4 damage, which takes you to 16 damage in total on the Great Bray. So just me to go now. So the squig's going to move around the side here and do the same, but for the other squig basically. And that's going to be 4 attacks again on the Great Bray. Oh, that is nasty. So it was 3s, 2 crits and 2 hits. That's going to be 12 damage from that attack. That was nasty. Is that him down?
Yeah.
Okay, that is the Great Bray down. And it's starting to look pretty poor now for the Untamed Beasts. Which I think we kind of saw after the Ragnarok. And I mean, to be honest, although like, yes, he was dropped in front of me and I was able to just lay into him with the quad. I mean, I still didn't expect him to do all this much like output. Did you? Like, not at all. I mean, I still expected there to be a couple of rounds of fighting between them two, even after they'd started.
Getting 1 hit off would have been nice.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So sorry guys that I had like took out the Gorgon straight away and like we weren't able to see the Gorgon do much, but I suppose we've seen what monsters are. They seem very narrative, and I can see why they don't suggest them for match play, because if you were to use these in a tournament or something, like it just would be completely one-sided if you managed to kill the other monster first. So yeah, I mean, the Ragnarok Spider is seriously cool. I mean, that quad ability, which is universal by the way, that can be used by any monster, is just insane. Like getting a bonus like attack action off with any monster on the field and a drag ability, that's just crazy. Actually, sorry, saying that was the Ragnarok specific ability. That was his quad. I don't know what the Gorgon's quad is, so we might see that in the second game. To be fair, I might see him pull that off. I'm guessing they're all quite similar, like extra attack actions and things somewhere. But yeah, that was pretty cool. We still got to see stuff from a monster and see what happens with them. Obviously very strong, but I think we will. Are you happen to call that one there, Al? And then we'll go try out the second game and we'll, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no coming back from that.
No. I mean, obviously, guys, you've got to bear in mind the deployment, and obviously we chose which we were going to be in straight away before the game. It was all randomized, so the fact that both of our monsters came out point blank into each other was just pure luck. And then obviously you got to bear in mind that I got the initiative and I had a quad, so it's just the way it worked out really. But we're going to be playing a second game on the Patreon page. We're going to use pretty much the same setup, more or less the same model count. Probably might mix up some of the other models possibly that we're going to use, and then we'll try this again basically, and we'll carry on fighting through the mines. We'll change up the terrain setup a bit, and see if the Untamed Beast second wave can do a bit better. But the Ragnarok's got a fat belly right now, so he's going to be plodding along pretty slow. But I'll be looking forward to see what the Gorgon can do as well in the next one. So if you do want to check out a second game with the Clash of the Titans folks, then do sign up to Patreon and check that one out. Obviously leave us a comment, let us know what you think about this absolute crazy ordeal that is Monsters and Mercenaries. Obviously we got to see the allies as well. Boggle-Eye didn't do much, Great Bray Shaman did a bit I suppose, but we'll get to see more of those in the second game as well, which will be good to see. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Like I say, leave us a like on the video, leave us some comments, let us know what you think. But until then, happy skirmishing.